Welcome to Scrapple TV.
Recently, the city of Philadelphia hosted a convention of the Tuskegee Airmen, African-American flyers that were key to our victory over the Axis in World War II. On the first day of the convention, Mayor Michael Nutter gave a formal city welcome to these extraordinary veterans in the City Hall reception room. He spoke of their high ideals and devotion to duty. He also presented the president of the organization with a miniature replica of the Liberty Bell. Some of these comrades in arms spoke of their varied experiences during the Second World War.
Today I'd like to present to our Lieutenant General, and I know that this will be used in a very special ceremony that is a part of the Tuskegee Airmen and your conventions. This is a Liberty Bell from the City of Philadelphia, presented to Tuskegee Airmen Incorporated, American heroes who met the challenge, presented by Mayor Michael A. Nutter, City of Philadelphia, 2008.
Mr. Mayor, on behalf of the Tuskegee Airmen Incorporated, some 2,000 strong, as well as the original Tuskegee Airmen, I'd like to say thank you very much for your very warm welcome to the city.
The attack on Pearl Harbor brought the United States in direct conflict with Japan, Germany, and Italy. Americans from all backgrounds galvanized for the war effort, including almost 1 million African Americans.
Fighter pilot, 18½ missions, shot down in southern France, strafing radar stations on the 12th of August, 44. Spent 9 months in Germany as a POW. There were 32 members of the 332nd Fighter Group who were POWs during World War II. I was one of them.
Consequently, there were half of the products of the Tuskegee experiment were fighter pilots, and half of the approximately 1,000 graduates were bomber pilots, of which I was one. Besides being a Tuskegee Airman, I am one of those that has an admiration for Mr. Jefferson and all the rest of the
survivors.
500 so
survivors
of 500 fighter pilots who established a record that we live by and appreciate as bombers, appreciate as American people, and appreciate of Americans of color in the world.
That's right, exactly.
I had the opportunity to sit under one original Tuskegee Airman by the name of George Iles. He retired as a colonel. He was one of the 32 Tuskegee Airmen shot down and captured. Why is he unique? He's unique in my opinion in that in sitting under him, he used to tell me, he said, Jim, you got to really fight for an amendment to protect that American flag. And I said, George, why does that American flag mean so much to you? He said, the American flag means a great deal to me because I was in that German prison camp one morning and heard a loud noise, and we ran out of our barracks there in the German prison camp into the yard, and coming over the hill were the American tanks, and that lead tank had a big American flag, and that was George Patton, and that's who freed us. The other thing that George Iles told me, which I thought was very interesting, and it stuck with me. He said that he was interrogated by his German interrogator, and he kept questioning him, and I don't understand you people. Why are you fighting for your country? You're black, and I'm German, and I'm white, and if I go back to the United States, I would be treated better than you. He said, and this is George Iles' answer to me. He said, Jim, I only knew one answer to give that interrogator. I said, what was that, George? He said, it's my country. And he said, you should remember that. Country first, race second, and politics second, but always country first. And that's the motto by which I live by.
I was drafted Went to Fort MacArthur in Los Angeles. Took the various kind of tests that they give you, and was sent to Tuskegee in the Signal Corps. After finished basic training, I went to Miami Beach, Florida for officer training. After completing the training, back to Tuskegee, and was a member of the 100th Fighter Squadron. A disappointment that our record in combat, #1, did not seem to be not only not recognized, but not even known to the country, to the world. And we had thought that based upon what it is that we had done, that discrimination would be a thing of the past, or at least it would start on its road to be a thing of the past. And seemed to be almost the same old thing.